with some Roosevelt Dimes. And I recently purchased a Dansco Roosevelt Dime album, and I'm going to be using my recently purchased silver dimes. Now, I bought some silver dimes that were part of a hoard, so I'm going to be opening those up. I got 2 rolls of that. And so I'm going to be going through these 2, plus the ones that I bought at various antique shops. And I'm going to try to fill in the silver slots for this album. So I'll be back with an update after I do these 2 rolls. And then I'll go ahead and then insert the remaining slots with whatever I have from the antique shop. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm back after going through the 2 rolls from the Hoard, and I did get quite a few slots filled. I got the 1946, 1946D, 1947 slots filled. On the next group, I got the 1950D, 1951D, 1952D, 1953 and 1953D. In the bottom group, I got the 1954 and 1954D. I also got the 1956, 1956D, and 1957. I also found the 1958D and 1959D, the 1960, 1960D, 1961 and 1961D. So that's what I was able to fill in the first page. And in the second page, I was able to fill all of them except for the 1962. I got the 1962D, 1963, 1963D, 1964, and 1964D. And I did get quite an assortment. I got, this is what I have in the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s left over. So next, I'm going to go through the dimes that I picked up at antique shops and see what other slots I can fill in this Dansco album. So I'll be back with the wrap up. Okay, I'm back after going through the dimes that I purchased from the antique shop. And I'm happy to say that I was able to fill some more slots. I'll start up here at the top. I was able to fill out the 1947D, 1947S. I also got the 1948, and that's a really beat up 1948. But I still filled the slot, a 1948D. I also filled the 1950 slot and the 1951S slot right here. I was also able to get the 1952 and 52S and also the 54S. Here it is. There we go. 54S. And then the last slot that I got filled was the 1958. So that wasn't bad. I only have a total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 slots. And I was pretty amazed I did not find that 1962 no mint mark after having gone through so many of the 1960 dimes. Those are the leftovers right there. And I did have this one aside because, boy, this one's pretty beat up. Look at that. I kind of like the way it looks, though. But that's a pretty worn dime. So I would like to thank you for watching me fill my Dansco album with all these dimes. Let me zoom back out. There we go. So I thought that was pretty cool. I got a lot of slots filled, and I'm happy. So thank you for watching. Happy hunting, happy collecting. And until next time, bye everyone. While storing my other dimes away from the search, the leftover ones, I came across these. I had forgotten I had purchased this at the antique shop. So I was able to find 2 more fillers for the album, and that would be the 1953S and the 1955. So let me crack these out of these flips and add them to the book. So that looks nice. So now I have the 1953S and 1955. So that's 2 less that I have to look for.